Hello, Joe. Nice to have you with us again. I would like to ask you the question, what is the main concern as it is reflected in your research project and published work for those of our viewers who are not familiar with your work?
So my work is about the concept of care broadly for my entire academic career practically. But I'm especially interested in thinking about the ways in which care can inform democratic life. In democratic societies, we have to care in democratic ways. The most serious task is to raise citizens and to make people capable of being democratic and caring at once. This is hard because care starts from asymmetric relations for the most part. But there are ways in which, if those asymmetries are balanced out by other asymmetrical relations, and eventually the goal is to make as many of our relations as equal as possible.
Okay, thank you. Very clear. What research in your field needs to be undertaken, do you think? What's most urgent now?
My current concerns are with the contemporary global political setting in which increasingly care is pushed to the side and replaced with a fake narrative of care in which a protection comes from some authoritarian figure, a political leader, a father, anybody who will protect us from all the things that seem so dangerous in the world. So to me, it's really important that we respond to that fear and instead talk about the ways in which, if all of us feel the security of being well protected through the social interactions in which we care with each other all the time, then we no longer will need to be so afraid, and we can turn our attentions instead to making the world more caring. Frankly, we are at a precipitous moment in the history, not just of our country or our culture, but of the physical globe. And we have to turn our attention to the ways in which human activity is transforming the globe. We can't do that if we think we're afraid, and if we don't extract that last drop of iron out of this place, then we're not going to be able to beat those other people. If that's the way we're thinking about it, we're really on a path of global destruction.
Yes. Well, the last question, I can imagine the answer to that already because of what you said before, but still, if you had a magic wand, what in the world would you change?
Oh my gosh, that's a really hard question to answer. What would I change if I had a magic wand?
I would think something like this fear that you described to go away.
Well, in order for the fear to go away, it needs to be replaced by an understanding that human life can be organized differently. It can be organized around care for one another and for the world. It can be organized around love instead of hate. It can be organized around confidence and courage instead of fear. It can be organized around a kind of appreciation of the fragility of life, but also an appreciation of the value of life and of all life.
Okay, thank you. If you only had this magic wand.
If only I did.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.